It's quiet enough back here that you guys can hear me. An interesting thing is happening, I think, in a collective, because we are all connected, you guys. You have to do a lot of awakening to understand that, but it's true. And for those of us on this particular path right now of awakening, the world is weird. It is very strange that we are having conversations about felons and cannibals and children things and all this other stuff. And there's like nothing that's happening. I remember when that plane MH370 fell out of the sky. I mean, it was all day, every single day. Whenever I had like regular TV, the news, you guys, when we used to hear about the elections, who was running for president years in advance, and now it's like you don't hear anything at all. You barely know these people. The world has just gotten weird. And I think particularly for my generation, those 80s babies, ooh, we've seen a lot. With that being said, you've made it to this point of being in this world but not of it. And so you get that a good chunk of that isn't your purpose. It's not your part. Now, to be aware of it, yeah, it's weird. And you're seeing the dominoes fall, but it's not necessarily to get hyped over the particulars. You're sticking to your purpose. And for that reason, this week is massive. Come Sunday, you will not be able to recognize you. And I say that because it's 100% true. You're going to be looking in the mirror at a drastically different person than you were even a week ago, a month ago, certainly a year ago. I've already been having those kinds of conversations with myself, where even like today, you guys, it took 5 hours to look like this, to do all the plucking and the trimming and the scrubbing and the straightening and the washing and the ironing and the picking and the putting, just to be able to go outside and walk the dog. I said, I had to call my mom and say, I put in so much effort this morning, it makes me wonder if I ever did before. Like I said, I had a conversation with a friend of mine about being able to take a day off work and them essentially saying no to that, and me telling them, you don't love yourself. And I had to ask myself, I don't think I was doing that. Now, granted, I don't think I'll have to put in 5 hours worth of effort every single day, especially when I get decent at the whole makeup thing and, develop a routine around self-care. But that's kind of the whole point, is that you, me, the collective, we're stepping into a purification mode and I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to make sure that I'm good. I'm going to make sure that I'm all right. And that comes after you accepting and stepping into the leadership role that you were given. And for me, like I said, leadership wasn't to necessarily be first, but it was to stand up for what's righteous, what's good in this situation, what's the truth here. And once that shifted about a week ago, everything did. Like I said, I began to see the little bits and pieces of my mind changing, and it's showing up outside of me, and I bet so are you. If you look hard enough, you will realize that I set an intention, I stuck to it, and now it's what's real outside of me. I am in the flow. I am safe here, and nothing is going to befall me. That's not what this is about. And I really do have the opportunity to, every day, make that the best day. For me, I was waiting for like this big, gigantic boom moment. When the manifestation comes for, I want a husband. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat that. When the manifestation comes, when you get the clarity and the stability to take the steps into the next chapter. But that's not really what it's about. It's you seeing you for who you are, you treating you the way that you're supposed to accordingly. It's a mindset shift. And I thought that the big moment was going to be the best day ever, but really the best day ever is every day that I wake up and I put some serious thought, effort, and intention into living the life that higher version of myself lives. I feel good today. I feel good. I look good. I smell good. Everything is good. And there is no, before when I would have this feeling, it'd be like, oh no, what can I do to hold on to? But now it's just a state of being. And I understand that I'm doing things that are going to help me to continue to look good and feel good and smell good and think good and be good and do good and so forth. And that's it. That's my new state of being that I stepped into. And I think that a lot of us have gotten there too. Maybe that'll be the title of this video. I have to say it out loud so I remember it. That's my new, I've stepped into my new state of being. And every day I'm putting in effort to become her, to be more like her. I have officially stopped living the old way. I say that because you guys, you probably have things the same way that I still have things that I just know that a year from now I'm not going to be doing, I'm not going to be thinking, and so forth. And I've come to the conclusion that it's not about dropping stuff off. Again, it is just about me building a life where the stuff that I don't want to do, I don't do. And the stuff that I do want to do, I do. And it's all kind of made sense to me. You guys, if you've been following along, I'll say this little piece. I know why the dog is upstairs, to drive me absolutely nuts, but it was to get to that understanding that no longer am I trying to box a life into a circumstance and situations that don't suit it. I would just rather shoot for the better situation or circumstance, for the experience I'm trying to have that's better for me and everything involved at that point. And then, like I said, I understood what leadership was. I stopped rushing the process, trying to finish projects that I have the ideas for, but not necessarily the material because I hadn't lived it out yet. I'm a lot more at peace with me. I hope that you guys can hear this. And I know that you probably feel the same way. So it's simple. You just kind of, you've been, pat yourself on the back, congratulate you. You've been taking the steps to now live consciously as the version of self that you've only dreamt about, I guess that's the word. And that's where I'm at. And today I'm going to continue to consciously walk forward. I'm actually going to put a little effort into this clothing making. I'm about to go in there and make a dress. I told my mom, I said, I'm going to make the most spectacular dress tomorrow. Had no intention of doing that. But since I said it, I'm going to do it. And by the end of the day, 10 o'clock tonight, you guys will have something for you guys to see. Have a blessed day, friends.